you to stay. You are my sun, think you're the one. You're in my heart from the start. Can't let go, no, you should know. Everything, feel the heat. You're a dream, only for me. I close my eyes and then I find I've got you on my mind.
Hello, guys. How are you? I hope that you guys are doing really well. I am like freaking out behind the scenes, but I'm super, super happy to be here. I'm just noticing something. I'm not retro nerd girl yet. Oh man, gotta be that retro nerd girl. Let's see. There we go. So, hope that you guys are doing well. You guys are like popping in the comments. Let's just check in with the fam today and see how you guys are doing. We got Sergeant Giratana up first. Says, hello, Retro Nerd Girl. Thought I would let you know that I had to delay the Scooby-Doo Where Are You live stream November 5th. I have a lot of things to work out this month. Life isn't easy. Oh, I hear you. But I wasn't aware of this. You have to fill me in on it, on what's going on there. It says, hope you're still interested in joining me on the panel to talk about the brand if you're available after 6. Unfortunately, I think if correct, let me just double check. On the 5th is a Tuesday in which I have to work. I work nights on Tuesdays, so I will not be available for that. And I don't know anything about Scooby-Doo very much, actually. So just a few, the movie, the 2 movies, I know about the 2 movies, and I know about a couple of the shows. I didn't watch all of the Scooby-Doo shows, but I would watch Scooby-Doo if nothing else was on. So it wasn't like my priority. So if something else was on, I would watch that. And Keith E left a link. Oh, that's awesome. Says above should be a free link to YouTube. Okay, guys, that link, you guys use that as your way to see the movie if you don't have a copy. You have to forgive me today. I do have a cold. I have a cold. It's freezing in here, so I also have this a little something to keep me warm on, and it's just been kind of a struggle today with having a cold and also like trying to stay warm. So I had to quickly eat a cup of soup just to make sure I had enough um, electrolytes and things, and yeah, keep myself hydrated. Let's see. And DJ Knight is here. Hello, DJ Knight. How are you? I hope you're doing very well. Um, let's see. You guys are chatting it up. I'm telling everybody I'm running late. Let's see. And DJ Knight says, how are you, Retro Girl? Yeah, I'm hanging in there. Got the sniffles, and I may have to move away a couple of times to sneeze and things like that. So I hope you guys will forgive me. But I am so excited about this movie. So there's nothing that could have stopped me from being here to do this live watch party and hang out with you guys. So this is I've been just excited all week. So let's see. AJ Knight says, I'm watching Stargate SG1. Oh, nice. And John Baker says, fun watch-alongs every time. Great choice of movies. Thank you, Tom Baker. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I try to pick really fun movies, and pretty much all the nostalgic movies I remember from when I was a kid and my teenage years. And this is one of them. This is a big one. I actually identified with a lot. And now that I'm older, I identify with more characters, which is really interesting. And DJ says not looking forward, looking at the features and in feature in feature in featurettes. Yes. And Keithy says I'm watching an Ancient Aliens on History. Ooh, and the Ancient Aliens theorists always say yes. Yes. And let's see. Oh, Keithy, thank you so much for mentioning this. This next week is the creature from the Black Lagoon, 1954. Yes, this is going to be a nice, wonderful classic from the old days. And we're going to have both Lorena Creole and Douglas A. Burton to help me along. That is going to be a true party. I mean, we're going to be like, woo! So I love it. I love it. And Keely says, I can hear you. I can hear you once again. Oh, that's so great. And by the way, thank you so much, Keith E., for all that you do. And I really appreciate you. So glad that you seem to be a little bit more mended up this week. And we really are glad to have you in full swing back on the channel. We love you. And Jack says, hello from Texas. Oh my goodness, hello. Says this is classic RNG. The use of the 58th Plymouth Fury was a great choice for Christine. Only 5,000 were made, and as a two-door and red automatic transmission, she's very rare and bad to the bone. Bam, 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 bam. Bad. I love that song so much. So good. And by the way, I think there was a substitute. They had substitute cars in there. I got the model of the car, and if anybody in the chat knows, but there wasn't. They did have a substitute for the car at one point to 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 help fill out a lot of the scenes where they needed stunt cars. So yeah. All right. So give me a second, guys. I am in serious issue mode here. Let me just see if I can do this really quickly because I have the sniffles and I have to deal with that. So let me this one says allergies, but I'll do another little short video. How about this? I will thank you guys for being here and hanging out with me today. I really do. All right. So let's get back to the comments really quickly. Sorry about that. My cold is interrupting our fun. How dare it? Black Lion is here. Says Christine is a very creepy movie. I watched it as a little kid and it messed with my head. Oh no. Okay, well maybe if you watch it with us, it can clarify some things and maybe it won't be as creepy. Yeah, I hear you though. You know, there are some scary movies out there that are so creepy. I don't even want to see them again. Like it's like, okay, that was good, but I just have to move on. And Surgeon says, a cold. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm doing fine. Just a little congested and all the cold stuff. So I just have to wait. Keep liquids. Drink a lot of liquids and rest up as much and don't push myself too hard. But also, I I I do love doing this, so I couldn't. There's no way I could have missed it. There's no sick days when you're having fun. Oh, and Charles Radcliffe is here, says popping in to say hi, to say hey, actually, and so glad to see you. Um, oh yeah, yeah. Jack says Plymouth Belvedere. Yep, that's the car, and the Savoy, same body. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that's so cool that you knew that. uh, let's see. And DJ K9 says it's a great way to explore the movie. Yes, it is. It is. I do have some insights about Christine that are a lot of his character driven, but I think on the most part, kind of I've watched it so many times. I've isolated a couple of themes in it, but one of the main themes is definitely the idea of of course, be careful what you wish for, but also, um, it's also like ego driven, like um, the the fact that Christine kind of gave Arnie what he wanted and what he needed, it kind of took him over the edge a little bit. So it changed him, his actual personality, and made him into a bad guy. And he didn't have to change actually. He was a great kid in the beginning. So and DJ Knight says, I'm just glad you're okay. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Thank you. St. Havoc is in the house. How are you? Says, hey, my Metro Nerd girl. Thank you so much. And I get hearts. I get a red one and a purple one. I love purple hearts and red ones too. And is saying good afternoon to everybody. And oh, Keith says, I wonder if Arnie's gonna drive that car back to school. Rodney Dangerfield reference. Oh yes, 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 yes. Oh, cool. I like that. Um, Back to school, man. Yeah, we did do the watch party. It was a lot of fun. I love that movie. It's so cool, and yeah, that was great. Same actor. Oh, by the way, yeah, the Keith Gordon was in Back to School, which is the connection there in case anybody was wondering. And yeah, so let me get things set up. Another technical issue here. I had several technical problems, and like a couple of them were my own um, issues because I thought I had done something and I did do it, but it wasn't the right thing. So we've got a movie preview for you, so that's in place. Um, and now what the next thing I need to do is I need to get the movie for myself. So do you guys have the movie called up? I am calling up the movie. I'm going to be watching it over on Amazon, which I bought ages ago. Um, and there it is. Yeah. And then anything else I need to do here? Um, Something else. Yeah, I had all this stuff called up and then I had to do something else to the computer and then everything got erased and I had to start over. So that happens sometimes. So, okay, Christine, 1983. What a year. And actually it's called John Carpenter's Christine, as it's titled on screen and on many of the posters. So that lets you know that John Carpenter is the director and he does all of the John Carpenter isms in this film, except for fog. He doesn't have fog in this film, which I know is something that he does a lot in other films that he's done. But he's just so clever of a writer, and this is just great, and a director. So this was excellently done. I think even the special effects, if you will say, I think they hold up. I don't. I mean, I think maybe I'm a bad judgment because I'm, like adore practical effects, and and I see all of the work that was done in this movie, and I'm just in awe of how they were able to get, this car that's like dilapidated and just like pump it back up into an incredible shape. And so they used a lot of different like special effects techniques on it, but it was just wonderful, along with the music, which John Carpenter also did the music for this, and it is spectacular. And he does the music for all, I think, almost all of his films. Um, and we have it starring Keith Gordon, who we talked about, and Keith Gordon does a fantastic job in this movie. And this is also starring John Stockwell, and I think maybe he had one or two or three more like really super popular things. I think he was in the TV miniseries. I'm not sure if it was called The South or something. Um, it was, let's see, and then he did a TV, sorry, a television film called Cheaters. That was another one that he did. Alexandra Paul, which is pretty much well known for being on Baywatch, and she was a model, and I think this is actually before Baywatch, but this she was excellent in this. Um, Very young actress at the time, trying to make her way through Hollywood, and she actually has a twin sister as well. Then we have Robert Prosky. Um, and then, let's see, Dean Harry Dean Stanton as well. So that is really cool. And he plays sort of a detective, but we don't really get a chance to spend a lot of time with him. But we do get a really insanely good character in Robert Scott Blossom, who plays the brother, the owner of Christine, who sells it to Ernie, and he is spectacular. Other works that he's done is he was in Home Alone. He played the older gentleman in Home Alone um, that was kind of scary, and then when you got to know him, he was a nice guy. And there was quite a few other character acting positions for him, but there's also a very young Kelly Preston in there, just absolutely beautiful in her youth. So that's cool. I think that's the main thing. And just to let you guys know, if you're not familiar with the history of this is based on a Stephen King's novel. It actually came out in the same year. In fact, the novel wasn't even finished yet before they started like trying to make the movie. So there were a lot of changes from the book to the movie, and I actually appreciate both um, artistic contributions as their own separate entities, because it is like they're both really good. And I was trying to think, like, if we got this book and translated into a film exactly, would it work? And I'm thinking like maybe it wouldn't, but I think the story that they developed for the movie, I think it did work very well. And I'm not sure if it would have worked reverse if it was the book, and I think it might not have been as exciting. Because books are more like you can really dive into like characters and moments, and you almost feel like you're right there. Whereas with movies, you're just kind of seeing this thing and observing it from the outside really quickly for about an hour and a half. So so that's the difference that I could see. Now that I've been talking and talking and talking, let's find out what you guys have been saying. And we got some new people in the chat. Let's see if I can get there. Um, and Keith E says, Retro, there may be a 20-second pause at the very beginning of your copy. Oh, really? Okay. Uh, okay. I hope it it isn't, but, hopefully we'll all catch up. I will have the visual aid for most people to catch up, and I'll try to verbalize as things are happening, what's happening. And look who it is! It's Stuntrat. Hello, how are you? Says My Sweet Retro Girl. It's, also free on YouTube, yes, and, Keithy put, a link of it on, in in the chat, and let me see if I can find that, because then what I'll do is I'll pin it. Okay. Let's see if I'll be technical enough to do that. Let's see. Pin message. I did it, guys. So yeah, we pinned Keith E's comment at the very top, and so that is a link to the movie um if you so choose to watch it. So thank you guys for letting me know, both Stunt Brett and Keith E, letting everybody know where they can see it for free, because it's really nice to be able to do that, right? And watch along with us. Let's see. And look who it is. Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU, and Doctor Who, is here. That is Matt G in the house with his movies and popcorn and retro TV. I love it. I love it. Ah, and let's see what else we had here. Oh. Jack says this is a rare film where I'm cool with the changes from the novel. And since I went through my old car phase just a few years after this film, I can understand how Arnie feels about Christine. Yes, yes. And there's a lot of empathy for Arnie in this film, depending, on the viewer, I suppose. But the cars, like, I every once in a while will get around where I live, like a car display. It's been a while since I've seen one. All the people with these beautiful old cars will come out and they'll parade them around during like spring or summer. And we have like DeLoreans pass through. People like meticulously like tweak them and make sure they're in pristine condition. All these like really old cars, and some that of them from like the turn of the century, and they're the amount of love that you have to give to a car to keep it up, because if you let it sit on in a parking space or in a parking lot, it will deteriorate, especially if you have it out in the elements. So if you have it indoors, it's going to last longer, but you also have to upkeep it and make sure that it keeps running. So you do have to devote a lot of love to these cars to keep it going. And so that's why I love this movie, is that Christine is sort of like the the metaphor for this kind of love that you give to a car that's an antique, and just to make sure it keeps going, just to keep going. I love that. Yes, thanks for mentioning that. That's such an important piece of the story that I love. And Keithy says banner you when you start the just reading the chat again. Okay, yes. Let's see if we can get the banner up. So this will help us with figuring out what to do and guide any newcomers, as to what we should be doing, what they could do to join us. Let's see. Uh, and Stunt says, surrounded by my Barbie and Hello Kitty magazines. Oh, that's so awesome. And chocolate mint. Yes. Oh man. And Jack says, Harry Dean Stanton just always turns up in these classic films. He has 20 lines and they all count. Oh, yes, they do. I mean, he really, like, he's amazing. He's a huge standout. And when you watch this for the first time, you're like, what just happened? What is he saying? You have to rewind to listen again, because he's just, everything he's saying is gold, and it means something. And a lot of what his lines are like pieces and hints from the book, actually. So that gives you a way more context. And Jack says maybe the book version would work, but like Dune, I believe it would be unfilmable. Yeah, it's kind of hard because so one of just to like anybody who hasn't read the book, one of the biggest differences between the book and the film is that uh, the supernatural entity in the film is the car. The car is definitely sentient and is a force to be reckoned with. It's all about that car. It's about the car is uh is a female as well. Is Christine, and she's alive. Now, in the book, Christine is a car, is just a car. It's just a car, but it's haunted by a guy's spirit who's like totally crazy and evil. So he possesses the car and he possesses Ernie, which is a, a lot less like it takes away Ernie's agency at the end because definitely I would say that Ernie changes, but he's still kind of Ernie, but he's not the Ernie we start out with. So it kind of removes him from his agency um and I kind of don't like that. So I kind of don't like that. But the book does, let me just say this, the book does a fantastic job of creating suspense and drama and um there's like no clear good guys. Like even even the jock in the story is totally um you know trying to steal Ernie's girlfriend. Like really he's like they're just not a nice total guy. So but in the book in the film, you actually sense that most of the people are just doing the right thing except for the bad guys. And you clearly have the definition of who the bad guys are. I like clear definitions of bad guys. So both the book and the movie have different qualities to it. I think you can deal with that in a book because I guess there's a lot more nuance to it, but in a film, I think you need something a little bit more concrete, and the film achieved that, in my opinion. Just in my opinion. And uh, Sunrise says John Travolta is nice to everyone, unlike Tom C. Ooh. And let's see. And RNG is a genius. Oh my goodness. I hope so. That would be nice. But thank you. That's really sweet. And Gavin Blackburn says, live retro nerd girl, cool. Yes. Thank you, Gavin. It's so nice to see you. I hope you're doing well this Saturday. And yeah, let's see. Oh, DJ Knight says it's with ads. Oh, okay. If you don't have premium. Oh yeah. And Stepbrat said Rami Whitehall starred in The Howling and the Ditzy secretary to John Travolta in Face Off. Oh, okay. And Emily Kruger is here. Hello, Emily. So good to see you. And Cabot Kister is also here. Haven't seen this movie in years. Oh, great. I hope you will enjoy tonight and hang out with us as I do some commentary on it and so on and so forth. And let's see. Um, And DJ Nice says, "Bet aren't you love to have that car?" I would, but I just wouldn't be able to take care of it, so to end up having to sell it. So I know it's so sad, but I would find somebody who would give it lots of love, and who would also send me pictures of the car. I love pictures of the cars. I don't know what's wrong with me. I used to, I think I have in a folder somewhere like thousands and thousands of cars that I took pictures of because I was just fascinated with them for like a decade. And Sarah says the demon must be a trans to call himself Christine. LOL. Well, the it's like, interesting because the okay, so in the movie, Christine is named by Ernie. No, 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 she's not named by the owner of the car says, "Oh, this is Christine." He just says, "This is Christine." So Christine starts out being a girl and is a girl in the movie, but in the book, Christine is just a regular car that gets possessed by a guy, but she's, she's always called Christine, but he's like, "Okay, I'm possessing the car and Ernie." So, so I guess so. Maybe so. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're now that I'm thinking about it in the book, that's possible. And Kevin says, "Oh yeah, the car they use is a classic. Yeah, isn't it beautiful?" Okay, we're about to get into it. Everyone, we've been doing chatting for a while here. We got to get into the movie, but I could say something, but I would have to retract my comment. It's so cute. Oh man. And Kevin Kisser says, I'm going to explain how am I going to explain to the police that I'm being stalked by a classic car that's possessed by a demon? I know. Well, that's the thing about the book. They had these moments where this they were trying to get the cops in on this, and it was like the cops, who are they going to arrest? Who are they going to arrest? Oh my goodness. Okay, so guys, I think it's time for us to start the movie. Um, and let's see if I can get everything set up um, for you. Got my timer. Got my timer going. And let me know if you guys are all ready. I think you guys should be ready. We've talked quite a bit, and so I think we guys should be all ready. And R is here. Hello, R. Says the car 1977 may be better than Christine. Oh, I did see the car a long time ago. I need to see it again. I actually saw it in the theater, but I can't remember everything because it was such a long time ago. I mean, I was 7. I remember, like, Star Wars, as we've seen it a million times since then, but the car is one I haven't seen since seeing it in the theater, so, I will have to give it a look again, but from what I remember, um, it was pretty scary. Yeah, it was pretty scary, so I have to go back and look at it. Thank you for telling us that. I need to go and see. This is one of my favorite movies, though. I love it. So I'll have to go back and look at the car again. And Summer says, nothing new in the 60s. My mother, the car. Oh, interesting. Never heard of that. This movie reminds me of the old cartoon Turbo Teen Gone Bad. Ooh. Ooh, okay. So now let's see. All right. So the way it works is I have my copy, you have your copy, and we watch our copies together. Up at the top of the chat is a link that the wonderful Keith E has provided for us of a free version on YouTube. There may be some other places where you can see it. Check the internet. I'm watching it on Amazon, and it is time for us to begin the process. So I count down from 5 to 1. And after 1, that's when we'll press the button, the play. Okay. So let's see. And I will also have a visual for you guys to be able to see the movie. um, at least to be able to see not the full movie as it is, but to see the subtitles only, and maybe a little bit of the picture if you can squint really hard and make it out. Because we're not allowed to show the full movie because of copyright infringement. So I hope you guys will understand, and hope the visual will help a little. Let's see. Now, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play. Oh, it's all silent, huh? Okay, I just gotta match up the numbers right quick with my copy. Okay. Starring Keith Gordon. He's so good in this. Oh, all right. And let me adjust the picture for you guys. Let's see. It's not gonna work. Blah, blah, blah. Bear with me for a bit as I find the correct. Yeah, that's the best. Oh, but then you can't see. There we go. All you hear is the engine going. I love this song so much. Oh, you see how it started is just the engine, and then the music just starts. Wonderful. If you will excuse me with the tissues and things because of my cold, I'm so sorry about that. Oh, look at her. She is so pretty. And notice that Christine is the only red car on the lot. Okay, this inspector guy in the back. He opens up the hood and he's just grabbing on to the uh, engine. Yeah. She thought that was disrespectful. She's like, "What are you holding on to me like that for?" She's already exhibiting signs of sentience. The first song up, "Bad to the Bone." She's telling everybody she's bad to the bone. Yeah. And this is another one. She's actually asking him, like, "Are you gonna be my, you know, my special writer?" And then he's like, disrespects her and puts some ash on her seat. Like, what? Okay, so this guy here, I think he's actually Darnell as a young man. And we'll see Darnell later on. He has a junk shop. See, look at how much he looks like Darnell. Yeah. Oh, also the music in this movie has been used to kind of describe what's been going on. So, I kinda like that fact that, um, this is like a carryover from the book because the book was also driven by music as well. So there was, like, a musical aspect to it. Remember these ladies from the '80s? Poor Arnie, look at him, he's like he's a hot mess. Poor thing. Let's see what you guys oh, by the way, for any newcomers, I do have an auxiliary computer over here. I can see some of your comments on occasion, not always, but I can see. Let's see. Oh, Hewlett Lane is here. Hello. Hello, Hewlett. Says, the International Space Station in 2003. Ew. Ew. Oh. DJ Night, Melissa Joan Hart and I fought it has been possessed by a demon. Oh, interesting. Okay, oh, it's Kelly Preston. For they're so silly. Oh, the new girl, there. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Wait, they're gonna get a look at the new girl. That outfit. I remember in high school, there were lots of virgin jokes. Look at how easily he gets this locker. Oh, no. Arnie, no! Oh, no. Oh, this part is so scary. Oh my god, I hated this part. But this is like a real, like this is as this is pretty much, like, as real as it gets. This oh god, hate that. Oh my god. So so bad. Look at him. Oh god, look. He's got a knife. You can't do anything against that. And it wasn't about stealing his lunch, it was about terrorizing him. Poor Ernie. Ooh, look. Oh man. Wow. That's some, like, real, like, rage there. Mr. Casey's like a big hero right now. Oh, he's lying. Look at this teacher has had enough. Look at that guy. He's in high school. He's like a grown man. What is he like 35? I love the way the teacher's like, empty your pockets, buddy. Oh, so violent. Ugh. He's so wild, that kid. Ah, what are they feeding him? What are they feeding that guy? He's huge. Hey, Douglas, how are you? So glad that you came by to say hello. Yeah, it says retro looks nice and bundled up. Yeah, it's really cold, and I have a cold now, so I gotta stay warm and take care of myself here. Oh man, it's hard to feel safe in a place that you're supposed to go every day where there's people like out to get you, like possibly kill you and hurt you. Very, very tough. And I don't care anything about anybody's politics. This is stuff that kids have to deal with all the time. It's been going on forever. And so it's timeless. Oh, there's Christine, guys. She's a mess. Uh-oh. He's falling in love with her. This guy. Okay, this guy is George LeBay. He is the brother of the guy who previously owned Christine. And yeah, he's very interesting. Dude, this outfit that he's wearing almost looks like a stray jacket that he's like retrofitted or something. Uh, oh man. Oh, Moonbeam is here. Oh, hi, Moonbeam. So glad you're able to make it today. Oh my goodness. Uh, so good. Yeah, he tells them that her name is Christine. 1957. I love his deliveries, like, because he's so cold dead, that's why. Too. I've always wondered about that character because why does he sell this possessed car to some young kid, uh, that he clearly knows that there's something wrong with the car. He clearly knows something's wrong with the car. By the way, let's make note that Arnie has his own money because look, he can write out his own check. So I don't know what his arrangement is with his family, but yeah, he's got his own money. That's something I didn't have, that's for sure. Oh, Douglas, You were so kind. Okay, thank you so much. I will be let me see if I can do this. I really appreciate that, and I will play a special thank you for you at the end of this video. Thank you so much for that wonderful super chat. And it's got like it's like a Nintendo game. Oh, so cute. I've never had one of those before. Thank you. Uh, says Doug says, "You got it, guys. Have fun with retro today. Looking forward to hanging out again soon." Yes, we sure will. We sure will. Ooh. His mom is just so tough. And he's like, he's cursing. Yeah. Yeah, you can't lock somebody up and force them to do everything you want them to do for what 16, 17 years. There has to be some sort of give. And he's been very oppressed, you know, in many ways. So like if he he did have the money and the access to the money, but he did not have the authority to do that. And and could not make decisions for himself. And that can cause a psychological breakdown or a an outburst, you know, which he just had. He just had an outburst. Uh, and uh, eh, and who's Melissa Joan Hart? Is that the lady from? That's a diff where yeah, she's I don't know who that I mean, I know who she is, but she's not in the movie. Yeah, so here's Darnell. Oh, what a what a mess though, right? It looks pretty bad. Yep, he's talking about the this is a like funny joke. Look at how tough he is on him. He's so tough on Arnie. So mean. He's so mean to him. So I'm looking at one right now. I'm sorry, but what's his name? I'm loving Dennis. He's like, this guy is, he throws up a middle finger to that guy. He's like, don't take this crap from him." It's hard being a friend and seeing your friend make moves that you're like, "I don't think that's the right move." But you can't do anything about it because you know that they have to make those mistakes, or they have to go through that. Uh, but I think Dennis is doing his best to, like, gently say, "Hey, look, I don't think this is the right thing to do." But Ernie's in his own mind. He's like, "No, no, no, I gotta do this. I gotta do this." Oh, no. There we go. So heartbreaking, that line, right? He says that he found something uglier than him, and he thinks he's ugly. Like, so ridiculous, his family, and, like, zero understanding for anything he wants, but he's had it. He's just like, "I've tried reasoning and kowtowing to the things that they want, and I'm never gonna be a man. I'm never gonna have my own, or be in control of my destiny, or what I wanna do, or what I love." Brand new windshield wipers for a busted windshield. See, he's he is completely dissing that car right in front of it. This is Christine. You could probably get away with that on any other car, but this is Christine. She is taking notes on how many times Darnell has been saying nasty things about her. He's like, "You can't polish a turd. You can't." This car is he. She's logging it in because I remember in my review of this, I was like, "I wonder why Christine, does something later on." And I was like, "Ah, yeah, now I know why." And he's now sitting on her inappropriately. We're racking up some issues with Darnell. Do just the way he says things, like, "Do a few loops." I'm sorry. Yes, Keith E. Yes, the songs, the songs play the mood if the car could talk to him. Absolutely. And even when it's not with the car, um, they even outside of the car playing its music, there are other the other music that's being put in the film. They're also telling us how the characters feel. Like the last like what's his name, Dennis, when he was in the car riding off, the song there was talking about how his feelings were. And this, oh yeah, this one is Always and Forever, is like talking about the love between Christine is starting to feel for this person who is putting so much time and energy and love into putting her together and restoring her. So they are falling in love. Look at how he's like rubbing um, the dashboard. He's falling in love with Christine, and she's falling in love with him. Oh, this scene always breaks my heart. They're looking at the girl behind her, and she's like, "Oh, they're looking at me." It's like, look at what she's doing with that pencil. Oh man, this reminds me of teenage years so much. That's so wild. That girl is like, "Oh, you were gonna talk to me." No, it's gonna talk to the new girl. Ooh, look at Mr. Smooth over here. He's like just gonna pull out a book and pretend. Look, oh, this is great. This is great. I love it. She's like, "I have a tape." I love the way she answers. She's like, "I have a date." Oh man, I feel so bad for the blonde, for Kelly Preston's character. Roseanne is what her name is. She was like, "Oh man, I he was gonna be my boyfriend." It looked like that it was gonna happen that way until the new girl showed up. He's already starting to change. Yeah, in the book, Darnell was doing some shady stuff, and so he was having Ernie, like, run packages for him and, like, with drugs and all kinds of weird stuff, so he's already starting to change, and that's Darnell's car he just went into. I like the way she said that because it makes it feel, like, even more dangerous. She's like, she says, "He died in it." Moonbeam says we need to give the car an IMDb page. Oh, there's no page for the card? Oh, okay, here we go. Like, there's this wife, he's just like I love the way he tells the story. He got rid of the car and then it came back. He gives him a look. I really was so scared for Dennis at this point. I was like, "Oh, no. What are you gonna do?" And he's like, "I can't believe it. That car was a hot mess the last time he saw it." "Don't get inside, dude." And the numbers are reversing. Remember it was 93? Now it's 88. See? That was for your own protection. And the music that saved his life. That literally saved his life. Just gonna have some liquids here. Stay hydrated. Okay, here's our big scene. Oh my goodness. I love this scene so much. and the bad guys. Oh, bad guys. Look at Cunningham looking all cool with that. He's all in all black. He's okay. He's all in black. And Dennis is like, I cannot believe what I'm witnessing right now. But I don't think he knows it's Ernie just yet. He's like, Ernie got the girl. No, not for nothing though. Dennis's athleticism is very remarkable. He caught that ball though, even though he was preoccupied. A hit like that though could ruin your career forever, and you're just not playing sports again. Christine is when you see Christine the way it's shot, it just makes it look like the reason why all of this is happening is because of Christine, and it is. But she actually didn't have anything to do with it. But she's just the one piece of the puzzle that is kind of surprising and is influencing all of this. And she didn't cause the stuff that happened, what happened to Dennis, but she kind of did. And you wonder, it's like, is Christine, if she's sentient, is she like secretly laughing or like, rubbing her hands there? They go, perfect. Yeah, he's over for him. Yeah, that's how it looked like. It looked pretty bad. So, just for some extra context, it's been about a month that the Lee and Ernie have been going together. So, look at his eyes. He's changing. Yeah. Yeah. He's right about that, about his parents, but he's also going down the deep end psychologically. Here he's really now he's like he's on another level now. It's so funny because you see like places where he's right and then he's also wrong. So one thing was that when I was a kid watching this, I really felt like more on the side of Arnie, but as an adult, I feel like especially at this point when Arnie has started to change into sort of something else. It's really bad. I really feel, uh, I would say sympathetic to the parents at this point, because they're losing their kid. Essentially, he's gone, but they're some of their, um, actions were just a little bit too ridiculous in the beginning, especially the mom. I think the mom was like, did not give him a second of, freedom. Oh, she's gone. Look at his eyes. He's like, "What? You hate my car?" That's Christine. And she's jealous of the car. Well, what the book does more than the movie, the reason why a lot of people just hate this car, which is not something that is conveyed in the movie, which I thought like 1 or 2 lines of maybe somebody saying something could have been really great. But when people are in the car, they think that they smell a dead body or it smells really like something dead. And so that could give people the creeps. Yeah, that could give somebody the creeps for sure. But in the movie, they don't really explain that. He's like, "Oh, snap, this is really getting intense." But, I hear you. Like, something he loves so very much, nobody likes it, and he loves it so much. Hey, Christine devised a way that he could get out of the car, so that way and this is Christine singing to Ernie. "The car is locked, you can't get inside." And if you notice in the movie, if you play it back, you'll see this guy is in the car right next to them, and he's seeing all of their drama and all that stuff. So, he was I don't know why he was watching them so closely, but luckily he was because he saved her life. And Moonbeam says, "Well, uh, well, now we know how the car feels." Yes, we know how the car feels.
Ew, I don't know. She's probably gonna I don't know if she's gonna do it. Oh, poor Ernie. His girlfriend, the 2 girls that he likes, he may love one more than the other. Oh, this part is really great. Oh, I love this part. He's concerned about Lee. He likes Lee, but, Christine is like, "I don't know. You can't have us both." It's like, "Uh-uh." Look at the song. Good. He's like, "Yes, okay." I love that moment because it's almost like he knows that Christine is responsible for what happened, and he says, "Oh, everything is the same, don't worry, I still love you." And she's like, "Okay." Because if he went the other way, like, "Why did you do that to me? Why?" She might have, she might have did something terrible. It's Christine. You don't do terrible things to Christine. Oh, no. Okay, I think we're coming up to the part that's really, really tough. Uh, oh, man, the bad guys from school. Oh, these guys, I hate them so much. See, they coulda just came there and beat him up, right? It wasn't about beating him up, it was about crushing his soul. They wanted to crush his very soul, and they found the right way to do it. Ah, these guys are rotten. Don't touch that car. Don't you dare touch Christine. Oh, this guy with the sledgehammer. No, get away from the car. You guys leave it alone. And of course, that beautiful music from John Carpenter is so crazy in the background. And then they shut off the music just so you could hear the horrible sounds of them doing this. This is just like pure rage. Ah, just nasty.
And they made up and they're, like, trying to make it work, and look at, I just love how confident he is after, he starts to get a little bit more, you know, like, feeling good about himself. I just love that, to see that, for him since, based on, like, since you saw him in the beginning, how meek and how small he was trying to make himself. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. They just, I can't I hate this part because it is like they destroyed this beautiful, beautiful classic car. Like, even in the '80s, it was already a classic. I mean, like, how selfish and evil do you have to be to destroy something so gorgeous? And, he is devastated. He is absolutely devastated. I would be too. If I worked hard to bring something back to life again, or something to look beautiful, spent hours and hours on it, you know, and, oh, look at him try to put this thing back together. It's like, "Oh, man." His Look at his face. He's just, ah, such good work by Keith Gordon. Oh, he, like, loses it on her. He loses it on her. That's because she was part of the mob that hated Christine, and his family too. They hated Christine. They're all enemies now. And what they don't tell you is that was Moochie. Oh, that was Moochie who did that. Uh. Look at him, look at his face. His eyeballs. They're like, "Oh my god, our child, he's out of control. We've lost it." Woo! It's gotta be the scariest thing. Ah, how do you sleep at night knowing that somebody like that is living in your house? He's gone. He's gone off the deep end, right? He's lost his humanity. Now he's the only thing he cares about, the only thing that he can give any of his humanity to is Christine. This is his speech to Christine that really brings her. He's like, "What? You're repairing yourself?" He's got the engine. She made the engine. Uh, Restore. And he's like, "Okay, now that I know what I'm dealing with." He's just like, He's becoming one with Christine. Show me. I love it. The lights, oh my god, so cool. Oh, the music is great too. John Carpenter is such a great composer. Love his stuff, especially for the mood of his films. I think it works with the mood that he's trying to create. So cool. All of this is practical, guys. Just really cool. Now that was like a visual effect, um, in camera visual effect. But man, this is. I remember when I saw this when I was a kid, and I was like, "What? No, that's pretty crazy." Somehow this is close to where he lives under this underpass here area. So that's kind of weird. Somebody just dropped him off. And by the way, this is Moochie, um, the one who um, left something special on the dashboard of the car. But thank goodness they didn't show us that because I think that would have been really gross. But uh, definitely um, a horrible, horrible thing. So Christine is like, I'm gonna get you first. You're my first. Um, so she has a special, uh, bit of vengeance for this guy for what he did, in particular. Like, the other guys are, this one, the offense was so bad, and he took away her voice too. If you can imagine, he knocked out her radio. That was also another thing. Mhm. The music is so cool. The scene is not. You ain't mad, am I? Christine says, "Oh, yes, I am." By the way, that's another thing. Christine communicates through her headlights, which is, like, really fun. It's just like, "Heck yeah." I'm taking that personal. Ooh, and I love the lens flare on those headlights, just perfectly used. And when you're doing, those kind of lens flares, I think, for this particular situation, it works so beautifully. Ew, I love that. The soundtrack along with the lens flares and that driving beat. Oh, so good, so good. Oh, man. Which even though this is a terrible character, like, he was horrible. I kinda felt bad for him, because he didn't have a chance. He did not have a chance. Here is like, and, Christine is already getting physical damage to her. As you see, she's banging up against the wall, so she doesn't care. She's almost like the Terminator, does not care. And this came out a year before the German, does not care that she's getting nicks and bruises and all kinds of stuff like that. Um, and he's now pinned into an area, and he thinks he's safe. He thinks he's safe because the car can't fit in that little area. Oh, Christine, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, gee, I don't think you deserve that, but my goodness. Oh, Dan Candy is here. Hi, Dan Candy. How are you? We're watching Christine. Moonbeam just says, "Oh no, not this scene." Yes. Because eyeballs. His eyeballs. Can't get over his eyeballs. He's just so intense here. And then his eyes change. He's like, "Oh man, I gotta go." It's so weird because he still cares for Dennis. Uh, he's kind of like his only like human friend. Oh, here we go. Harry Dean Stanton. Look, he puts his arm on the car. Look at the way Arnie looks at him like, "Don't touch my car." I love the way he explains. He's touching the car again. Okay, here we go. He's confronting him. Oh, now he's sitting on the car. Yeah, because Lee went to the police. I like the way he's not apologizing for not liking Moochie. Yep, I love that. He's like, then you get off my back." He's not even kidding around, like, and then he wipes this, from where he was sitting. He's so it's so good. I love the little details in this. "Oh, William Blake Hall is here. Hello." Says, "Hey, gang, attended a meeting of the Pittsburgh science fiction group. Ooh, and got some shopping. Just popping by." Oh my god, that sounds like it's fun. Um, and Dan Candy says, "Gotta say you're looking like a heartbreaker today, Retro." Thank you. You're so sweet. And oh yeah, this scene is really hard. And part of him wants to is like struggling with this whole like thing. He really wants to have this connection with people, Lee and Dennis, but he can't because it just feels like his world is falling apart. And the only thing that's solid, the only thing that's holding on and is working is putting in love into Christine and receiving that love back from Christine in the form of the music selection and for the smooth ride or just enjoying being in that car, the safety he has from the outer world. It's so important to him and it seduced him into this kind of like, it's me against it's me and Christine against the world. I think I mentioned that in my review, but that's what it's become now. And again, further losing his humanity for others. And like, this is last when he was talking to Dennis, it was so cold and just out of it, like on another planet compared to how he was in the beginning of the film and his relationship with Dennis then. Oh, this scene. Oh my god, guys, this scene is so much. Um And William Blake Hall says, "Not so much a car guy, but I am a creature guy. Looking to next week." Oh, cool. Yes. We're going to be watching The Creature from the Lost Lagoon, everybody. That's going to be so much fun. And then later on, we're going to see the classic Halloween over on Lorena Creole's channel. We're going to have Lorena Creole and Douglas A. Burton will be with us for The Creature of the Lost Lagoon, and that's going to be amazing. 1954 classic movie. And guys, forgive me if you're just logging on and just seeing me. I have a cold, and so that's why I have all the sniffles and tissues and things. I would not have missed this for the world. This guy's sideburns are just, first of all, amazing. We have to just um, acknowledge that uh, the actor's name is William Ostrander, and he's playing the role of Buddy Repperton, a classic jerk that's also quite violent and scary. He could really do some damage if uh, you let him loose. Uh, so his beautiful car just got totaled by Kristen. She's like, "Yes, your car is toast. It's not it's not possessed like me. I can't fight back." Oh, Christina's like, yeah. Oh no. Gasoline, baby. Toast. Everybody's toast in there. And those were all the guys that were responsible for, at least the rest of them that were responsible for messing with Christine. You don't mess with Christine. Okay, I hope we learn that. That's the number one rule of this movie is don't mess with Christine. Don't even talk bad to her about her. Ah, that is crazy. Ooh, more explosions. I guess I'm an explosion girl. I love explosions in movies, so oh man, this really had like 4 big ones in one scene. Okay, this scene, guys, the music, the lens flares, the car on fire. This poor guy running for his dear life, okay? He's a jerk, we saw him before, but this is pretty sick. Psychologically, like, insane. Like, a burning car chasing after you. It was so well filmed. Perfect. Just perfectly filmed. Oh, yeah, that's right. I mean, this was a Christine went on a killing spree this night. She was just like, "Ah, how many lives can I take in one night?" And remember, like, all this time, suddenly, Darnell has been talking crazy crap about this car until it was all, like, done and she looked beautiful, and he was like, "Okay, yeah, that's good work." But he did talk a little bit crap at the beginning about Christine, and, I forgot, maybe you forgot, but Christine did not forget. Christine did not forget. Oh, Kimberly Ann Hart is here. Hello. Where were you, Kimberly? How are you? So good to see you. So glad you're able to make it. Let's see. And TJ, can I looking at the features and featurettes? Yes, hope you're getting going to feel better. Oh, I will. I think I will. Um, and keep. I don't think this would work with an electrical car, battery car. Oh, oh, yeah, and, Kimberly says, "I didn't realize that you had a cold. Hope you feel better, RNG." I hope so too. I just need, some, um first of all, it's freezing in here, so, um, eh, I hopefully they'll turn the heat on at some point during this whole thing, but, I'm drinking liquids, and I had some soup earlier. I'm gonna have, like, another soup later, maybe. Now to, Darnell's point, he thinks somebody else is in Christine, and he's trying to protect, or defend, um, from, some stranger in Christine having a joyride, you know? So, see, that should have been his first warning. It's too hot for me to get in there. So, oh, when you hear that sound, what a great sound. Oh, there's the smoke and fog I was asking about earlier. Oh, come on, get in there. He's he's like, "This even though it's all burnt up, it looks really cozy in here. This is nice." He's like, "Wow." He's like, "How the heck is the door closes and locks?" And he gets squeezed to death. I felt so bad for him as I was like, "Oh, no. Does he really deserve this?" But yeah, he said some nasty things about Christine earlier, so in her eyes, first of all, you're done, and, you're I'm done with you, okay? You said some nasty things about me. Yeah, punishable by death according to Christine. And then, and then maybe she's also offended that he got in the car and sat in the car knowing that that is Ernie's car, you know? Like, "How dare you steal a cop a feel on me? I'm a taken lady." So, there's a couple, like, think this is Christine. I love getting into the mind of Christine. Yeah, in the book, there were parts, and then there were other things going on there. But also, there's, another thing that I wanted to mention about this, and maybe it'll come to mind on the. Man, that's gotta freak you out. He has the perfect response, like, "Why?" He's right. I mean, he's right. He's like, "Oh, yes." She's still in love with Arnie. Oh, by the way, I wanted to tell you guys about Darnell from the book. Christine, or he is, targeted by, the spirit because he, is like he goes to the police and tells them, like, about all these strange events connected to the car. So, that's why he becomes a target in the book, and I think his death is, like, way crazier in this in the book. Sounds crazy, but she's right. Ooh, and this part really freaked me out when I was a kid. I was like, "Okay, well, maybe they should now just let Arnie, you know, let Arnie, be with the car." And so she just hides behind this tree. And again, the car is playing some romantic music about, like, "Don't leave me, never leave me." Uh, so now he's, like, getting he's like, "Good boy." I always like when he says, "Let's motivate." Very cool scene, just makes you feel like that feeling like, okay, she's getting a better idea of what's happening, and there's a genuine fear around Christine. And the numbers are going down. Now it's at 68, guys. It was at 88 before, and when he bought the car, it was at 93. Drinking and driving, guys, don't do it. PSA from Retro Nerd Girl. He's like, "Yeah, friendship. Yeah, that's real good." Oh, man. Dennis is getting the idea that this is great alignment. You don't see this anymore. I mean, the car is making turns without him touching the wheel. Ooh. His face, look at his face. He's like, "All of them." Ah, I don't know, there's something really incredible about his performance that's just like, you see the insanity take over, and that monologue. What? He's starting to use the same language, uh, of, uh, of the guy who sold him the car, which is pretty much the same language uh, his brother was using. He's using, like, almost the same language. That's why I'm like, "That guy who is that guy who sold him that car?" "Oh, you guys done messed up." Christine is gonna get you now. She is gonna go off on you guys. I mean, she's killed people for less. I'm surprised the detective made it out of there, the story. For sure. I'm surprised. Guys, turn back now. Stay out of this. They actually did not have to get involved in this story. They really didn't. But them probably doing this probably saved a lot of lives though. Because I don't think Christine would have stopped killing. I don't think so. Mm. And Kimberly Ann says, "Hope that you drink plenty of water. Thank you. It'll make you feel better. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and hugs. Thanks a lot." And Keithy says, "Can we take the car to the prom?" Yes. Oh, they think like, oh, like if we could get a bigger vehicle that's can grab and smash Christine, maybe we'll have a chance at destroying her. And I don't think they thought that they were gonna have any opposition to that. And in fact, I don't know, I think they think something's creepy about the car, but they really don't know how possessed the car is. Yeah, see, he has a feeling that Christine is a little bit more than is not just a car. It's is possessed, but they don't know for sure. They don't really have like a firm grasp on whether she is like told like how much control she has. They had a plan though. I love this part because they had a plan, and uh, they were like, "Oh yeah, we okay." She's gonna go into the office and wait there until Christine shows up, at the door. They didn't, yeah, so he's like, "Okay." Yeah, baby. Christine was already there in camouflage, okay? Total camouflage, and the door was locked. Dang, girl, come on, get up. She has by the way, great reflexes for jumping up like that. By the way, the driving in this, the stunt driving is insanely good. The way that car moves, it's just, like, incredible. And yeah, and so he puts the caterpillar in a place in which she can be safe. And Christine's like, that ain't gonna hold her." It's so funny. I love that scene because the front of the car looks like a mouth, like it's about to, like, start biting. The way it's, like, ripped away like that. So Christine is very, very injured, so enduring. Oh, and how Lance is here from the Outcast Creative. Says Keith Gordon, who plays Ernie, was my mentor from the mid '90s until the mid 2000s. Such a nice guy. He's a director now. Yes, he's amazing. His work here though is just like brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And it's like I remember watching this so many times and just like waiting for each scene he was going to show up in because he was so dynamic. Oh, the lens flares in this is so cool. So that now they're showing you that for sure Arnie is in this car. So maybe the other ones he wasn't in the car, but this one for sure he's behind the wheel. He knows exactly what he's doing. Uh-oh, the caterpillar is breaking down. I love that sense of tension, guys. We don't know if our characters are gonna make it. They might make it. Christina's in full force. Oh, no. And Ernie just flew out of the car's windshield. Oh, no. Honestly, poor little Ernie did not deserve this, okay? He did not. Oh, no. Always the saddest part of the whole movie. I'm reaching for Christine. Aw. They lost him. The whole thing was that they were trying to save him. Oh man, that was close. Ooh, it breaks my heart to see that car get crushed like that. Ah, look at that determination. Like, it's gonna rip itself to get out of the clutches of that caterpillar. Ooh, it's still coming for her. It's like, you can imagine it almost like the Terminator crawling on its you're like, "Ugh, I'm gonna get you." Ooh. Dragging the caterpillar. Oh my god. And she's just, like, petrified standing there. Outcast Creative says Keith Gordon who put oh, yes, I read that and says, Keith, should have gotten an Oscar nomination for his performance. Hmm, possibly, yeah. They don't do that with horror movies, though. It's trying to reincorporate. Oh, no. And the engine starts up, it's like, "Grr, let's start back up again." That is pure insanity to see this car get destroyed like this. And I wonder if they had the lights connected to something else to keep it on. They had to have had that, like, separate from the actual car. Oh, it's still trying to, like, ah! Oh, I think the only way to truly kill Christine would be to separate all of the parts, right? Yep. Yeah, I love when he says that, that sometimes you know, you could try to help people as much as possible, but they could go and do they could do whatever they want, you know, and it can't be helped. I love this. I love that part. She's like, I hate rock and roll. And you could see why because of her experience. And then little movement. Ah, Christine ain't dead yet. She's bad to the bone. Woo! I love this movie. I wanna play it again. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my goodness. Oh man, guys, I really appreciate you guys joining me for this movie. It is definitely one of my favorites. and I just love uh, everything about this movie, everything about it. So let's see what you guys have to say. Kimberly Ann Hart says it'll be a good car for Sigourney Weaver to have a girl car. Well, maybe not this one. uh, and Moonbeam says that's why they call it a crush Christine. Oh, I didn't know that. And Kimberly says Dana Barrett would love to drive Christine. Oh, you mean in connection with Ghostbusters? Oh, okay. See, well, the thing is that the car in this movie is not a ghost, but in the book, she's possessed by a ghost. So, probably in the book, it would probably make um, much more sense. I think. Um, let's see. And William Blake Hall says RNG says the movie has a great mileage. That's a good one. That's a good one. And Kimberly's like, oh my God, not again, LOL. Yes, I know. I really love this movie. This is one of those movies I could totally play on loop and love it. I love the everything about it. It's just really great. Um, I think most of the bad guys all get their comeuppance, and the car, you know, isn't fair. Isn't a fair exchange, but it's also like it's sort of a new take on a slasher film, but uh given this like other depth of like watching this transformation of of Ernie Cunningham into this incredible character. It's just insane. And Jack says, great watch, RNG. Best scene, Christine regenerates to the song Harlem Nocturne by Viscounts. Second, Christine is born to bad to the bone. Yes. And injures a worker and kills another for bad manners. You see, that's what I'm talking about. You can't Christine doesn't let you get away with anything. She doesn't let you get away with bad manners. And the only one who could have gotten away with bad manners around Christine was Dennis because he was Ernie's best friend. But even then, there is a limit. But Lee, unfortunately, was like, no way. And Moonbeam says it was a joke because Christine was crushed. Yes, and Kimberly Anhart says this was great, RNG. So good, and so glad you were able to join us in partway through. And William Blake also says I'm a sucker for Halloween Nocturne. That old Mike Hammer show used it as a theme. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, I'll have to give it another listen again to see it. And this is awesome, guys. I really want to go through my list of different things that I need to talk to you guys about with to do with the channel. First of all, again, I am so happy and glad that you guys were able to join me for this. This is, again, one of my favorite horror movies. I don't have a long list of them. And so this is really a real treat for me. Christine is just tickles me in a strange way, and really love it. I love it so much. So thank you for joining me for this. I am going to talk about, if you give me a second, as I can pull up my little cheat sheet and tell you what's happening this week. So just wanted to let you guys know that if you're a member, you probably, I'm not sure if you saw this or not, there is a new video for memberships that is a behind the scenes of me going through like my process for editing something and creating something that I want to bring back to the channel. So if you haven't become a member yet, remember that there that the memberships are available, and definitely if you can sign up for memberships, that'll be fantastic. It really helps out the channel because YouTube is not really as far as like the what they've been doing with um, the per views or click through rates and all that stuff. It seems like they've been showing my channel to less people. That's kind of weird. So they're showing my channel to less people, but and I've been getting lower views, but I've been getting more subscribers. So I don't know how that works. And maybe that's a good thing. But for now, yeah, memberships are definitely the way that the channel is staying afloat. Another place in which actually helps the channel directly is Patreon. Some people have been following. Or have been subscribed to the Patreon website for I'm thinking like since I started 8 years ago, and they've been really the pulse of like helping the channel to grow. So if you would like to help the channel in those two direct ways, that would be amazing, amazing, amazing. I could bring more content to you and more watch parties and movie talks and all sorts of really cool videos I want to share with you, as well as special projects I also want to do for creative projects that I want to do as well. Now, also, I wanted to talk about next week. We at the channel is going to have another watch party. It will be Creature from the Black Lagoon, 1954. We've been talking about it all night because we're all excited for it. It will have some guests in the form of Douglas A. Burton, who has been on the channel many, many times, and he's been offering us so much insight into a lot of these movies. We'll also have Lorena Creole, who is going to offer her expertise in this movie because she really likes it. And it's set in Florida where she lives. And it's really going to be a lot of fun because I love both of them and they've been really so helpful to the channel. I really appreciate them so much. So this is going to be a nice little hangout for both of us. After we're done with the Black Lagoon, we're going to go over to Lorena Creole's channel and we're going to watch Halloween 1978. And that's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's a whole lot of fun. Then, I didn't even mention that tonight, after this, sorry, I'm having a moment. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Okay. Moonbeam is ahead of me on this. Said, so we're doing A Nightmare Before Christmas and Great Pumpkin double feature tonight with Lorena. Absolutely. Right after this show. So I'm letting you guys know about that. Please join us if you can. Then, let's see. Oh, I'll leave that up. The first, let's see, what else? On the 2nd of November, we will be watching the movie Coming to America, 1988. A really fun time, and I hope you guys will enjoy that. And then after that, we're going to be doing Batman, 1989. Douglas A. Burton will be along with us for that particular video. That will be on the 9th of November. After that, on the 16th of November, we'll be watching Edward Scissorhands. And let's see, on the 23rd, we will be watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Bueller. And that will be a lot of fun. And then we're going to get into full swing of the holidays. And even though it's not quite the most holiday movie, on the 30th of November, we're going to watch Batman Returns. and that's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So please look out for that. That's happening very, very soon, and I'm so excited for this lineup, and I can't wait to share what I think I'll be doing for the Christmas holidays, because that's going to be again a lot of fun, a lot of fun. What else? Is there anything else? Oh, I think that's it. I think that's it for announcements. Keith E says, hit like and subscribe. A little bit late on this. Oh no, I think you're right on time. This is the perfect time for everyone to, if you're enjoying what you're seeing here, do hit the like button. That really helps, YouTube figure out, what videos are good and what they want to serve to people. So please let that, if you can, just let your fingers do the talking and hit the like button. And I think that's gonna be it. Let's see what else are you guys. Anything else? Any last minute things? If you do, put that in the comments and we'll show that with the outro. But for now, I will have to bid you adieu. And I hope that you guys are gonna enjoy either hang out with me and Lorena later on, or if not, just enjoy the rest of your weekend and enjoy the week ahead. So take care, everybody.
Retro Nerd Girl, you are clear for takeoff.
In the neon light she stands, retro girl with nerd comments. Memory lane she takes your hand to the past where good times land. Pixels glow and screens do hum, hear the beat of retro drum. Geeks unite, oh here we come, nerdy world where we're from. Retro logo leads the way, in the night to yesterday. All the nerds come out to play, she's the light, won't go away. Film and movies on rewind, good old days in nerdy mind. Retro nerd girl you will find, guiding us all intertwined. Joystick games and cosmic fights, wonders days and sleepless nights. With her everything feels right, retro glow in neon lights. Guiding us all intertwined. Joystick games and cosmic fights, wonders days and sleepless nights. With her everything feels right, retro glow in neon lights.